Okay, so I've thought about this a bit because at some point, just watching me draw on my drawing doesn't necessarily make sense because your object is different and the approach on your object might be different. So what I'm thinking on doing at this point is to make some abbreviated videos where I do some work on mine off camera, explain what the logic was for the process on it, and try to apply that in general principles to what you might be dealing with in your drawing, okay? So, for instance, when I look at this, this idea of having the profile view and then a cross-axis view, that's working on my object. It should work on yours as well. Whether or not, as I've kind of written in the notes on this project, whether or not that should be in the midplane or not may depend on your object. Let's say that you had something back here where it's all the way, it's widest at a different place than this plane. Well, I would do it on that plane instead of this plane. The thing about mine is that, I've got a third axis to it, and it's this top, actually this bottom view, but it's that shape, right, that I need to start to find on mine. And it's going to be based on this line that goes all the way across mine. It's at the widest place, and it corresponds to this notch and this notch. And I need to find that all the way around here. And in fact, I've got a plane that's going to come that way, and that's the mid plane of this sort of oval shape, but it's not the mid plane of my box. So I'm going to find that mid plane up here, mid plane of my oval. I'm going to find that up here, and it's I'm going to use it, this notch, which is based on this. I'm going to find it here and have that plane come up here. The deal with mine is that the object is straight, right? And then it's not straight. Then it curves and comes, down at a different angle. So I have to find one plane that's coming this way and another plane that's coming that way. And in a perfect world, that would curve over, right? Because that's kind of what it's doing here. But I'm going to start with it being just a straight plane that comes to here and another straight plane that comes down here. I'm going to come out here and I'm going to find that shape on that plane, okay? You may find that on your object that you need to find something similar, right? Not necessarily with this curved plane, but you may need to find a plane in there where there is a landmark shape, right, that you are going to plug into that thing. So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to show you how I use it on mine. The other thing that starts to happen right now is that I might need to have more than one of these salami slices. I might want to have another salami slice back here, for instance, right? And another one up here. And in fact, in order to draw the front of mine, I'm actually going to have a salami slice on a different plane that's curved down here. I'm going to find that after I've found this thing. So I'll show you what that looks like on mine, okay? But I don't think that you sitting here watching me draw all that stuff is what you need at this point. I think you need the general principles and to get you going on that. All right, so that's what we're going to do.